Hello everyone, this is Chichi Dagogo Wariso, aka the Storybook Lady as I like to call myself, aka Blossom Kids Corner, and you are welcome back to another wonderful edition of our channel. I want to wish everybody a happy new month. Welcome to the second quarter of 2022, and I hope and pray that all our expectations are met in Jesus' name. Amen. So today we're going to be talking about age by age guide to lying. I know this is a very dicey part because children tell lies. In fact, we all tell lies, let me put it that way. But as children, they're actually, let's say, age by age expectations of what they tell as lies, why they tell such lies, the reasons behind such lies, and even the types of lies. Do you know that we have different types of lies and there's some reasons behind it? So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we delve into this interesting topic. Now, every parent wants to instill good values in their children. I don't think anybody will want to have a child that tells lies. But it's somehow inevitable for children to actually tell untruths. Let's not call them lies all the time. Sometimes they might just not be true information. They might just be omitted information. But generally they are called what? Lies. So we're talking about these lies with respect to their ages, so that when your children of certain ages act in certain ways, you know exactly what to do and why such things are happening. So let's start with the toddlers or the 2-year to 4-year-olds, because come on, that's when they start talking enough to even tell an untrue or a lie. And it says at 2 to 3 years, they don't really have a clear idea of a truth or a lie. But at this age, parents should subtly begin to encourage truthfulness, in as much as the fact that they don't know the difference when they're telling the truth or telling a lie, but always, as a parent, try to start instilling those values or those virtues of truthfulness. Always make sure that whenever they say something, I hope what you're saying is true. Do you understand? Try to make them understand that there's a word called truth, and the word truth should be used more than lies, right? Now, try not to overreact when maybe they tell an untrue. Don't say you are lying. Don't call them liars, because it actually makes them defensive. Oh, mommy, no, I'm not lying. And then they keep going, telling more lies, okay? But at age 4, they become more verbal. They now understand the difference between good and bad to some extent. So use every opportunity to explain to them what a lie is and why it is bad, especially immediately after a lie, so that it's fresh in their minds. Don't go about, maybe they did that, maybe the incident occurred like 2-3 days ago and you didn't address it immediately, and then 2-3 days later you'll be like, yes, I remember the other day you told the lie. That is not a very good thing to do as a parent. Immediately you find out that the children actually did tell a lie or an untrue, trash it out immediately, nip it out, and let them know that what they're doing is wrong. For the 2 to 4-year-olds, I will encourage parents to buy the book called The Hippo Owns Up by Sue Graves. It teaches on honesty and how to own up or admit after telling a lie. So you could look it up online, you could check for bookshops, or maybe you could actually contact Denzel's library to find out if she has the book. It's called Hippo Owns Up by Sue Graves. All right, so that's for the 2 to 4-year-olds. Now, from the age 5 to 8, those ones are the little lagbalagbas, according to the Yoruba people. These older kids tell lies to test what they can get away with. You know, at this age, they're becoming adventurous. They want to see your reaction. They want to push their limits. Yes, you've set boundaries from the little tender ages, but they definitely want to push their limits to know how far they can go and how far you as a parent can tolerate. So you shouldn't let your guard down at this point in time, because they actually tend to do things that you really would not imagine that they could do, you know. They are keenly watching you, so you have to be a perfect role model. Because sometimes you might do something, maybe you reacted to child A in a particular way, and then you react to child B in a different way. Child A cannot say, but mommy, you said this to this person, or when she did this, you didn't do that, so why are you doing that to me? That's the level of boldness and outspokenness that they have at that age. So as much as possible, and they also lie to escape responsibility or to get away with what they want. So sometimes just to run away from chores or not do those things that they ought to do, or hide from being punished from doing those things that they ought not to do, then they tend to tell lies. So as parents, we need to watch our words around them. We need to watch our body language. We also need to be fair across the board to all children. You don't remember in my last video, let's not practice the golden child syndrome and then punish one child over the mistakes of other people. Now, the most crucial stage for children is 9 to 12, because that is like the formative stage when they tend to start setting certain things in stone, certain values that you have taught them over the years. That's when they now start to apply them in their lives, because at this stage most of them are out in boarding school on their own, trying to explore life without your guidance. Because from age 2 to 8, basically they are with you. That's primary school stage, so they are with you, they are under your guidance. But from 9 to 10, they are on their own. They are now in secondary school. They are making tougher decisions, harder decisions, you know, sometimes alone, few times with you, maybe if they feel the need to, or if you as a parent have built up enough communication pathway for them to discuss with you, then that's when, okay, you can have a little covering over them. But if not, my dear, at that point in time, they are basically on their own, you know. So this is a very crucial stage for them, because they are trying to establish a hardworking and a trustworthy identity. Like I said earlier, they are trying to set certain things in stone. So they are trying to build up their identity. They're trying to discover who they are. That's when puberty sets in, you know. That's when their hormones start raging. So a lot of things are going on in their minds at that time. So as at that time, you as a parent, you need to be very, 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 I can repeat the very 100 times, be at alert. They are more sensitive to the repercussions of their actions, with stronger feelings of guilt. So whatever it is they do at that stage, they now understand that there's a cause and effect, right? So for everything they do, there's always a repercussion, either a good or a bad repercussion. So you have to also be a role model to them, because, you know, like we said, charity begins at home. So it all starts from the home front. And if you didn't lay this foundation from the first stage, which is from age 2 to 4, then you're going to have a lot of trouble at this third stage, right? They lie to protect their privacy. They deliberately forget to tell you certain things or omit certain crucial information. Remember, I said at the beginning that sometimes what we call lies are just maybe deliberately forgotten information, or deliberately omitted information, or twisted facts. Nobody necessarily has the urge or wants to tell a lie initially, but if they feel that telling a lie is going to put them in the safe zone, or saying what they are not supposed to say will make them safer, then the tendency to tell that lie comes there. So don't trap them in a lie when you know the answer. If you have already discovered that they've told a lie, don't try to make them feel bad about it. Address it immediately. As soon as it happens, let them know that you are telling a lie. I know that you are lying. I know that this thing you're telling me is wrong. That way they will be forced to admitting their guilt. Because, my dear, when you were at that stage, in fact, you've been at that stage years ago, so I don't think there's any new thing that they want to spin up that you really haven't seen in your lifetime as a parent. So whatever format or whatever formula or whatever gimmick they try to play I believe that as parents, we all went through those same stages in life. So you can really see the telltale signs, unless maybe you're just not an observant parent. But if you're a parent who wants to actually instill virtues in their child or their children, you will actually watch over them, watch over their attitudes, their characters, and all of that. And it's clear when you know that they are not being truthful, because a lot of times they don't know how to cover up, because you have to tell a lie to cover up the first lie. So once you catch them, even if they keep lying, you will keep seeing the red flags there to know that they are lying. And when they admit they are wrong, acknowledge it immediately and move on. Don't keep going back to it. Remember the other day you told me a lie. If you keep rubbing it in, at a point they feel okay, maybe, I don't know. But if you acknowledge it and move on and don't mention it again, they too will also have that sense of guilt and would never want to be in that position where they were caught tail in between legs. And when you hear your kids trying to, or maybe you overhear your kids trying to impress their friends, don't embarrass them. Just at the end of the whole story, call them and say, you know what, you really didn't need to have told a lie to make yourself look better in front of your friends. It's better if your friends know you for who you are than creating a different picture from who you are, because by the time they find out exactly the real you, then you lose trust. So you have to make them understand that lies or honesty actually goes alongside with trust. And it takes a lot. Broken trust takes a lot of work to actually rebuild trust when it has been broken. Now, tips to raising an honest kid. Remember, I said honesty goes with trust, and the onus lies on us as parents to balance these things in the lives of our children. So, for you to raise an honest kid, you have to set an example. Don't let your children see you telling a lie. Don't make your children tell lies for you. Maybe you don't want to see somebody and the person is there. Don't tell your child, go and tell the person I'm not around. In fact, my children will tell you, my daddy said I'm not around. So you don't need to do that. If you don't want to see somebody, tell them, I don't want to see this person. Tell the person to maybe call me later or something. That way they understand that they will be able to vouch and say, my parents don't tell lies. And once they see that it's a part of you, then they also do not see the need to tell a lie. Be honest about your emotions. We are human beings, even though we are parents, and we also feel bad, sad. We also have our own war of emotions around us. And whenever your children come to you and, oh, mommy, you're not looking happy, sometimes it's better to share the problem with them. Let them know that your mommy is not very happy, is not in a very good mood today. Don't force it or lie about it when the children are actually seeing through you. So, as a parent, be honest to them about your emotions. Let them know exactly how you feel at every point in time. Nurture self-esteem. It starts from the first stage, which is from the age of 2. Once you help them know that they have to own up whenever they do something wrong, or they shouldn't tell a lie, it helps to build their self-esteem. They will be confident to speak up and speak out whenever they find themselves in a situation that they have to. They won't have to hide behind a lie to not to be seen, And then finally, for how to raise an honest kid, teach them about white lies. Now we're going to talk about different types of lies. I know that as parents we will not know that there are different types of lies, but yes, there are different types of lies. The first type is called the cover-up. The child tries to cover for a wrongdoing to avoid punishment. Instead of always having to punish the child, it's better to use moral advice to get them to stop lying. How do you do that? What kind of moral advice do you do? Be calm. You found out that they told a lie. Don't topple over. Just calm down. Determine the motive for the lying. So, why did you tell me a lie? Bring the child. Once your child sees that, despite the fact that they've done something wrong to their parent, and that parent is not screaming and yelling, and the parent is just calm, even that child will be like, oh God, what's going on in mommy's mind right now? And it makes them start weighing the options of what they did, thinking about it like, hey, is mommy going to beat me? Who knows what she's going to do to me? That way, it already has knocked off their wings or knocked off that impulse to be on the defensive or continue telling a lie. So, as much as possible, determine the motive for the lying. Punish the motive and not the lie. If they told the lie because they don't want to do dishes, punish them for not doing dishes, not for telling a lie. I hope you understand, parents. If maybe they broke a plate and then they hit the plate like we used to do when we were younger, and then somehow your mom discovers the plate and they ask, oh, who did it? No, it wasn't me. Oh, it was Uju that broke the plate. And eventually, by the time they trace the line of events, they find out that it was you. Don't punish the lie, because the lie is not the sin. The lie is the fact that they broke a plate and they know that breaking that plate was bad, so they told the lie. So if you want to punish the reason behind the lie, right? Not the fact that you lied to me. They lied to you for a reason. Find out that reason and punish that reason, or punish the child for that reason. Give reasonable and constructive punishment, not the one you tell the child to frog jump. I don't see frog jumping as punishment. Tell the child that the child is going to do dishes for the next 2 weeks. Tell the child that he's going to wash the toilets and all of that for the next 1 week. Whatever chore that child does, maybe you can even make the punishment as constructive as possible. I remember then when we were younger, I don't know if other people can relate to it. If you do something wrong, like for my dad then, if you do something wrong, he'll send them to buy 20 leaves exercise book. And then you will now write in that book, I will never tell a lie again. I will never tell a lie again. And you will write it on cover to cover in the whole book. It doesn't matter how long it took you to, and that will be after they've flogged you. Then you will now write it, that composition. I don't know what it was then, but you will write it in that book. I will never tell a lie again. I will never tell a lie. You will write and write until you've covered up the whole book. Was that a constructive punishment? Okay, maybe yes, because it will, at the point, it will help you sink in that you will never tell a lie again. But let the punishment be constructive and responsible. Show the child that you love him or her. Even though you're punishing him or her, you don't need to maybe strip the child, flog the child naked, starve the child. You don't need to do all of that. Some people say, oh, I won't buy you Christmas dress. Then you buy for the others, you don't buy for them. You can maybe deny them of a few things, but not making them feel dejected or lost because they told a lie. It can actually swing both ways. It could actually spur remorse, or it could spur defiance. Because at the point they'll be like, yes, they won't buy me shoe for Christmas. It doesn't change anything. I still have shoes to wear. But if you make the punishment such that the child knows that he or she hurt you so very badly, and you make, like for my mom, when we do something wrong, because of the way we loved our mother, and you do something wrong, in fact, by the time she starts talking to you, you are crying, you are so sorry, because you love her too much that you would never want to see her hurt. And she's making you know, you hurt me for this little thing you did. You hurt me. It actually, in fact, she didn't need to beat you, but she just made you understand the fact that, you know what, guy, babe, you messed up. You really, 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 this one, you messed up. And you will never want to find yourself in that position or in that situation ever again. Finally, for the first lie cover-up, encourage them to be more honest with you. Tell them, no matter what happens, I could go on and on about my mom. She will tell you, no matter what happens, tell me the truth. Let me speak it in Igbo. She say, that's it. Even if I beat you, that's it. I will definitely beat you for doing something wrong. But it's better you tell me the truth than for you to tell me a lie. So she's telling you that, you know what, even if you tell me even if you tell me the truth and I feel that you deserve to be flogged for what you did, I will flog you, but it still doesn't stop me from loving you, from being your mother. So you have to understand and let your children understand that part of you. Don't keep saying, oh, he's a baby, he's too young, he doesn't understand. It's a lie. That's a big lie from the pit of hell. So as parents, we need to sit up, we need to buckle up. Enough of all this pampering, because it's not helping at all. The second type of lie is the lazy lie. Kids like to toe the path of least resistance by telling parents what they want to hear, what they want them to hear. Munachi, why did you? Okay, maybe you just bought a pair of sandals for him, and he goes out to play football. Then he comes back and the sandal is looking like maybe where he fought the Second World War, cut and all chopped up, and you'd be like, so what happened to your sandals? I don't know. It's when I was playing ball, the thing just cut. As in, you were playing ball and then the thing just cut, just like that. That is a lazy lie, because they feel, okay, that's what you want to hear. In this case, have a serious conversation with your child and state the repercussion of lying. Choose a penalty that will suit the mislead. Sometimes let the child even tell you, okay, you know what, for this, is either two things are involved. It's either you're not going to have a sandals anymore, or you're not going to play football anymore. Right? So let the child even choose his or her own punishment, because they just told you a stupid lie. It's called a lazy lie, as in they didn't even think about it. You know, there are some lies that are so constructive that the thing falls in place, even though it's a lie. By the time you eventually find out that it's a lie, you'll be like, wow, this child, I give you thumbs up for your lie. But this one, they just give you one flimsy excuse. So let the child, in fact, sometimes, okay, how do you want me to punish you? What do you think you deserve for this kind of lie? Then thirdly, we have the white lie. The white lie. Children, even though they understand empathy and how to avoid hurting other people's feelings, they can still live a lie. That's the white lie. Somebody gives you something, you don't like it, but you just don't want to hurt the person's feelings. Oh, auntie, thank you. Did you see my face? 2 minutes ago you were smiling, but immediately the person turns their back, you're like, beg. That's a white lie. Saying thank you to a gift that you don't like. That's a white lie. Living a lie, trying to be the lie, you know. You make people feel, oh, everything is okay, but meanwhile in the home front it's bad. It's bad. You are not even seeing, you don't even have enough to eat, but you will not want people to know that things are really, really bad. Then you come out, you're posting on Instagram, you're posing with people's cars, you're taking pictures, and people are thinking, oh, Snapchat is working. They don't know that you are hungry, your stomach is rumbling, but you post and say, oh, I just stepped out of a buffet, oh, I just had the best meal at Asia Town. You haven't even seen 50 naira bread to eat. That is a white lie. For girls, it's bad because they tend to bottle up feelings just to be accepted by all, or replace them with petty lies. Maybe you're in a girl clique, you don't like the person you're with. Even in relationships, you don't like your partner, or you have issues with your partner, and babe, what's wrong? I'm okay, I'm fine. But yet you're dying inside. You're dying inside. That is a white lie. That is a white lie. Make sure your child knows that his or her emotions and tastes are not only valid, but they are qualities that distinguishes them from other people. They don't need to live that kind of lie or live that kind of life just to be accepted by people. Just for people to see that, okay, this person, like in school we used to call them wannabes. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Let people know you for who you are. You don't need to live a lie. You don't need to make people see a fake you, and then the day they see the real you, they'll be like, God forbid. So as parents, we need to help our children, because most of the time they emulate us. They copy all these things from us. So we as parents need to also put our lives, our behaviors, our characters in check, so that our children do not copy the wrong things. Finally, the last type of lie is called the cry for help. Kids lie when they are terribly afraid of disappointing their parents or losing their love. They also lie when they are drowning in other areas of their lives, maybe in school, among their friends, and need help managing the situation. And sometimes the parents need to maybe lower their expectations. Maybe you told your child, if you don't make all A's, you cease to be my child. And then the child eventually doesn't, or the child finds out that he's struggling to be able to make all A's. They start maybe ditching school, acting like they're ill, just to get your attention, just to take your mind off the fact that you gave them an earlier target. So as parents, sometimes learn to lower your expectations. All right? Lower your expectations for these children. Reassure them that no matter what, even if they don't get all A's, even if they get all A's and a B, even if they get all F's, you still love them, that they are still your children. Okay? You shouldn't try to make them the perfect you. And then finally seek help, because some of them, in the process of all of that, they tend to join bad gangs, do things that they might not be proud of, because they are trying to get across to you, or trying to meet up to your set or laid down expectations. So as parents, I hope we have learned a thing or two about lying, age by age guide to lying, know the different ages of and stages of lies, why they lie, what to do, so it's not so exhaustive, but you can also look up. At least this has taught us to understand that at toddlers, there are reasons why they tell lies. At the middies, the 5 to 8, there are also reasons why and how we should react. And then from the older ones, why and how to react when they tell such kind of lies. And then we've also learned tips on raising an honest child. And then the 4 different types of lies: the cover-up, the lazy lie, the white lie, and the cry for help. So I want to engage us parents. I want to see your comments in the comment section. Let me know your experiences, how you were able to manage such situations with your children when it came to lying, and your own experiences as young people. Let's get talking, and then we'll continue from there. This is Blossom Kids Corner. We're here, and we're going to be churning out lots of educative and interesting content every Saturday on YouTube at 5 p.m. Like next week, we're going to be talking about 25 manners kids should know. Right? So there are lots and lots and lots. So let me know if you wanted to continue just on Saturdays, or maybe twice a week if you love the content and you want more content within the week, or just once in a week. Alright, this is Chichi Dakogowariso, aka the Storybook Lady. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, lots of likes, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell another person that I call myself the children's advocate is here on the block, and we are here to stay. Alright, so I am signing out.